Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zain, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. If you find that this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. If you want to order any of my decks, tarot lessons, miniature altars, t-shirts, tarot sessions, you can also check the description box for my email. If you have sent an email, I recently found at least 10 emails in my spam box today. So resend it again, please. If you find that you haven't gotten a response to me, a lot of times that's what it is. So we're going to start off with the Declare and Decree deck. We're going to see what do you need to write down on paper and burn to clear from your energy. So whatever comes out, you're going to write it on paper, burn it, give thanks to the Most High and your spiritual team for helping you to clear it from your energy space. So, okay, I'm just going to pull a card because... All right, so we have all demonic forces within my energy are destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All demonic forces within my energy are destroyed in spirit and in flesh. I'm going to take one more. This says all curses of Deuteronomy over myself and my lineage is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. All curses of Deuteronomy over myself and my lineage is now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. So this seems like it's a pretty deep message. We'll jump right into it, see what's going on with the chosen, because demonic forces obviously could be those, that opposition that wants to prevent you from breaking the generational curses. Many of you have already broken these curses, but then there's others who are still, working their way up to taking on that position in their lineage here, or coming into remembrance of their position and their purpose to break generational curses. So let's just see what's going on here. If you're confused about this message, this declaration to destroy all curses of Deuteronomy, you want to go back and look at the curses in Deuteronomy. I believe it's 28. I did a message about this almost 2 years ago, if not even further back. But it was talking about the curses in Deuteronomy and how it relates to, especially in a melanated community, how many of those curses have been placed over our lineages, and we've been playing them out for a long time. And a lot of times you take them on because you accept them as being your fate, because someone tells you that that is your punishment because you did something or that you didn't do something. And so then this curse carries on from one generation to the next, and no one breaks it because everyone says, well, we have to accept it because it's in the biblical text. So that message that I did a couple of years ago will give you more clarity in regards to that. But you definitely want to put that on paper and burn it. So let's jump right into it. So claircognizance. This says you're able to know things without having any previous knowledge bestowed by your higher self, your spirit guides, or simply downloaded into your mind. Claircognizance. So you have a natural gift for knowing things, past, present, and future. And this comes from spiritual downloads, things that you hear. It's just downloaded into your spirit that something isn't right, or that you should go into a particular direction, or that, whatever the information is. It could be ancient wisdom. It could be creative ideas. Whatever it is, you just have a natural gift of knowing. Then you have the card of shaman. Many of you are healers, okay? The card of shaman, it says you can tap into a powerful way of guiding your life and the lives of others, often through great struggle, that you break free and awaken the truth to help others. So we started off talking about generational curses connected to the curses in Deuteronomy. Many of you are natural shamans out there. You have a gift of healing and teaching people. And so with that gift, you're able, it says with great struggle, you learn to break free. So you go through a lot. The struggle is real for the chosen. You go through a lot. And so your testimony is usually full of situations that most people couldn't even imagine going through. It's very traumatic and overwhelming in ways here. And so you break free from that struggle. And that the fact that you overcome those things is actually what sets you up to be a great teacher for others, a great healer for others, to teach them how to break free. So then I have here warrior. See, y'all are spiritual warriors out there. It says you have a warrior spirit, not afraid to face conflict and challenges, while at the same time remain committed to a path of goodwill and fairness. So you're a natural spiritual warrior. The card that flipped over with that one is rebellion. So it says your rebellious mind is a force that is able to remove the smoke screens which cloud the minds. Someone who follows their own path and not that which is popular. So when you are rebelling and you're doing things that's outside of the norm, you're stepping outside of the box, you're doing things that most of society would frown upon, they will say it's taboo, that's when you have to naturally be a warrior in a spiritual realm. You are automatically a warrior in a spiritual realm, but it's important to not just exist and to be passive when it comes to your power, because as a rebel, you will attract enemies. Your first enemy is going to be the powers that were, because they don't want anybody rebelling up against their system. Again, we're starting off talking about the curses in Deuteronomy. Based on biblical texts, if you are not following a specific way of doing things, then you're supposed to be accepting those curses as being your fate. Or if you choose not to accept them, then you can accept the outright murder of a man called Jesus, right? And say, well, his blood sacrifice redeems me now. So you got one or two ways you can go with it. Be on board with a blood sacrifice, or not follow the rules that they've laid out for you in that text and accept these curses as your fate, not just for you, but your entire lineage. So either way, they put you in between a rock and a hard place when you take that path. But many of you, you're natural rebels. You're here to teach people a better way. You're here to break free after going through a lot of heartache and traumas, to teach people to take a different path. But it's a better way, and you do it from a space of righteousness, from honor and integrity. And so that rebellious spirit attracts, like I said, your number one enemy becomes the powers that were, but then there's always pawns that is used by the powers that were to manipulate your circumstance to try to pull you back in. These are the gatekeepers. These are the shepherds, right? The ones who's supposed to keep you in line. And so you have to be a spiritual warrior. That comes with the territory of being a rebel against the system. You must be in your spiritual power and be willing to stand your ground and protect your energy at all costs. But not only that, you have the Most High in your spiritual team that's always backing you and protecting you at all times, but you have to have that connection too. If you lack that connection, then you could be a spiritual warrior all day long. It's not going to really have too much power behind it. It won't have too much power or force behind it, because you have to be connected to the source of power. Is like the generator. The Most High Mother and Father is the generator, the source. And if you lack a connection in that way, then you could be a rebel all you want. You could be a warrior all you want. It's just going to be a never-ending battle. And many times, a person that doesn't have a connection to the Most High Mother and Father will lose. That's guaranteed. But you all are here. You're a force to be reckoned with. So this says angels. See, y'all are earth angels out there. You have a divine assignment. It says you're an earth angel sent here to learn certain things about the human condition and to guide humans on earth. A spirit guide and training to heal others. You're a natural earth angel. This is what you're here to do. And so earth angels, you go through a whole lot. As a chosen seed, you will go through a lot. There will be a lot of traumas, a lot of pain, but you ultimately overcome them. You heal from them, and you start to see it from a different perspective. You begin to realize, okay, I went through this because ultimately it would lead me to that. I went through this because it would teach me that. I went through that because it would help me to guide others, when they're going through this particular thing. And so you accept it for what it is, but you're not passive though. You're not just passively existing. You get to that place where you take your power back. You start calling judgment. You start calling on justice on your behalf, on behalf of yourself and your lineage, your ancestors. You get into warrior mode. And so you all are natural teachers out there who's sent here to bring messages that rebels. It goes against societal norms. It goes against traditional belief system. It goes against what others would call the right thing to do. Okay. And so many people would look at you like, okay, this person, they're just a menace to society. They might try to say you have no discipline, but you have more discipline than most people that's walking the face of the earth, because you don't get to become a shaman. You don't get to step into your power as an earth angel. You don't become a spiritual warrior without having discipline. Okay. And so, of course, you'll have people from behind the scenes who will naturally say that you're not you don't have a connection to the Most High, because if you did, then you would be following the trend. You would be on the wide path with everybody else, but you're here to show people a different way, because we're in a new age now. So we can't keep on following the same routine and stand up underneath the same curses. Look at this. Staying up underneath the same curses that's been placed over us for generations. Like, these beings have needed to maintain their position of power, and they did it through the curses in Deuteronomy, as well as a lot of other spell work. Curses is spell work, is rituals, is hexes, is placed over your lineage. And the curses in Deuteronomy is one of them. Written by man, but you read it and they'll tell you, no, it's written by the Most High. Yeah, because the Most High is writing now. So you're supposed to trust whoever said they heard this, they put it in a text, and now you're supposed to believe that that is in fact the blueprint of life. But if you rebel against it, what is it? You become a catalyst. This says you're someone that evokes progress and change in people, making them aware that something could be better, leaving them forever changed. Transformation is what you're all about. Whatever you speak, you bring truths that'll put things to rest. You bring truths that will put things to rest. It will completely cause someone's ego to be shattered, but it makes them face themselves. It makes them ask those vital questions that they've been afraid to ask for too long, because they had too many naysayers around them telling them, you're not supposed to ask any questions. You're not supposed to seek outside of what we're showing you. No, you better stay in line, you little sheeple. You better stay asleep, you little sleeple. Okay? And so you are here to be that catalyst of change and to evoke progress in people, making them aware that something could be better. Because a lot of times people get so accustomed to the same tradition, the same, beat, that they don't even realize there's anything wrong with it, because they're so hypnotized. They're so accustomed to seeing the same thing play out over and over again that anything outside of that is scary to them, because they have been brainwashed and hypnotized under the energy of fear and hellfire, right? If you don't do this, you're going to go to hell. If you don't do that, then you're going to be XYZ, or you don't love the Most High. It's all fear-based. And anytime a traditional belief system is based on fear, then you know that it is not connected to the Most High Mother and Father. The root of a lot of these religions and traditional structures, politics, school system, all of it is based on fear. That's the root of it. But you come in and you're the ones you're asking those questions. You're the one that would likely get kicked out of church, because they would say, oh, who do you think you are to come in here asking questions that we don't really have answers to? Okay? You're just supposed to sit back, be pretty, bring in your tithes, and be quiet, and accept that what's being shown to you is in fact the truth and the only truth, right? But you have the card of diviner. You have a natural talent for divination, revealing what is hidden. Or you may hear answers that come in different forms to help point you in the right direction. So many of you already have a natural gift of reading energy. Whether you're reading it through cards or reading it through, I channel messages through books. You might read it through your awakened visions or your dreams. You're interpreting things. You have a natural gift of reading energy. And a lot of times people are so afraid of reading energy. Oh, you're not supposed to be channeling messages. But you change the channel every day when you watch TV. And it's telling lies to your vision, but you're channeling every time you change that TV station. People don't even realize it. That's why they call it a channel. But now you're being conditioned through it. You're being trained and hypnotized through that thing. You're passively channeling, allowing someone else to channel the message that's going to go into your subconscious mind through the vision that they're showing you on the television. But you are still channeling nonetheless. So you can see it from a different angle. You can channel as being a vessel, a divine source, to receive divine messages that will help heal you and guide you, and to receive messages that will help heal others and inspire others. You could be that channel where you're channeling messages directly from the source, or you can channel it directly from the source of the powers that were that's brainwashing you and hypnotizing you to have this particular perspective of life and how the world operates and how you should think and how you should move based on their news and their TV programs. They're programming you and you are channeling that energy. So a lot of times people don't even realize, they use these terms every day and don't realize they've been doing it. But now it's time to be more intentional in how you do it, why you're doing it. So if you're going to channel messages, channel divine messages that's going to give you insight on how to heal others, how to guide others, how to break generational cycles, how to help others to transform, how to be a catalyst for others. This is your divine calling and your purpose. Many of you are already in your purpose. So I'm not speaking to you when it comes to being caught up in the matrix, but there are some who are visiting the channel that's newly awakening, and they're starting to realize like something is not right about where I'm coming from. Something is not right about what I've been taught. I'm curious to know why, something in me tells me that this is just not the way. This is your message. It's because you have an assignment that, it's going to require for you to be that spiritual warrior, because there will be opposition. There will be pushback. There will be resistance. Okay, this is talking about hot and cold body flashes. It's like an up and down energy. It could be, I'm picking up a hot and cold. Some people are getting on a spiritual path, but you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You're hot and cold in your energy. You're not really making a decision to take one path versus the other. The spiritual path is most definitely the narrow path. The wide path is the one that is religion. It's tradition. That's the wide path. Most people are on the wide path. The spiritual path is narrow for a reason, because most people won't take that path because it consists of ridicule and judgment. You're going to have people that's going to tell you that you're wicked, that you're going the wrong way, that you don't love the Most High. Okay? And so most people won't take that path. But a lot of times it's not even carved out for them to walk that path anyway. So if a person doesn't feel guided to take the narrow path, then that's fine. Make room. Don't crowd the path just to come in there and to pervert it. Just stay over there on the wide path where you belong. It's not for everybody. But some people are hot and cold in the energy because they're really trying to figure out, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? The person causing you negativity is a fire sign. Okay, some of you just have people around that's causing negativity in your life, and it could very well be a fire sign, someone who is hoping that you'll stay stuck. They're hoping that you won't go through this transformation and take on your calling here. But again, whatever demonic forces that are in your energy, you're burning and releasing that anyway. And the Most High and your spiritual team is going to ensure that it works out in your favor. So this says here, altering your values and morals on making life decisions. Somebody is trying to interfere and cause conflict when it comes to your morals. Okay? What life decisions? These are major decisions. Someone wants to alter that. And it's not just one person. It's the whole doggone matrix that wants to alter your life decisions, that wants you to believe one thing versus the next. And so it could also be a particular person in your life who's keeping you hot and cold, where 1 minute you're ready to take the narrow path and you're ready to go down this spiritual journey because you're seeing all the synchronicities. You're getting all of the dreams. You're getting all of the visions. You're getting all of the messages that tells you this is the right path. But then you have different scenarios, different people, different, circumstances that try to creep into your atmosphere to get you on this hot and cold energy. Should I? Shouldn't I? I don't know. So let's see. Let me clarify altering your morals and life-making decisions. See, this says hating on your successful life choices. So whoever's trying to alter your values and your morals on making life decisions is also hating on your successful life choices. So they know that if you make decisions based on what you're hearing directly from the source and where your heart is telling you to go, because you've purified your heart, you've healed your heart, so your heart is not going to mislead you. They're hoping that if they can alter those life-changing decisions, you won't reach that success, because they're hating on your successful life choices. They know that anytime you've made major decisions without their influence, it's always worked out in your favor. But whenever you make life decisions with their opinion attached to it, it doesn't work out in your favor. So they're hating on your life choices. Some of you, you've already made that decision to take this spiritual path and you're fixed on that. You're rooted in it. And there are people who are hating that you have chosen a path and they're seeing that it's leading you to success, because the choices that you have made are successful choices, which means there's tangible evidence to prove that you making a firm decision to do what you feel guided to do is working out in your favor. It is in fact the right thing to do. But they don't like the fact that they can't influence that decision anymore. So it's really just you were surrounded by people who really just wanted to control you. They wanted to control you. Okay, so then we're talking about dark entities, demons, a hold on your physical body while you are in your dream state. So we're looking at sleep paralysis, okay? Sleep paralysis. Some of you might have experienced this, in the past. Some of you might still be experiencing this. But remember, it's saying dark entities, demons hold your physical body down while you dream. So we're also talking about all demonic forces. That's what we started off with when we're talking about the Declare and Decree deck, what you need to write and burn. Demonic forces within your energy. Someone could be sending the evil eye, but it's all, again, like I told you, everything is fear-based. And so with the sleep paralysis, if you're experiencing dark entities or being held down when you're resting or when you're sleeping, it's to create fear within you so that you fear the spiritual realm. You fear the spiritual nature. You fear your spiritual power. You fear anything that's not within the 3D realm. That's the whole objective of these low vibrational entities coming into your space, because if you are experiencing something that makes you feel powerless, then you'll be less likely to tap into the spiritual path, because the spiritual path is going to elevate you in the spiritual realm. Whereas the traditional path, the religious path, is going to keep you fixated on what's happening in the 3D realm. Spiritual path is a totally different type of energy. And you're operating from true blind faith when you take the spiritual path. And so it's that energy of, okay, sending entities your way so that you're constantly in fear, and fear will run you back into survival mode, which will place you right back into the religious structure, because it supports that energy of fear, because it's rooted in that. It's created from the energy of fear. And so it's like you get sucked back in. It's like a magnet. You attract yourself right back to the old way of doing things when you have certain spiritual experiences that that might make you feel powerless in that moment. So if you're dealing with sleep paralysis or anything where you feel like there's low vibrational beings that's hovering in your space for whatever reason, you want to do the declaration, declaring and decreeing that all demonic forces that might be within your energy are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. And you got to know that they are being handled. Because even low vibrational beings in the spiritual realm, they have to bow down to the Most High Mother and Father. They have to bow down to those who have been given a higher spiritual ranking in the spiritual realm. And once you yourself have come into remembrance of who you are and the amount of power that you possess as a child of the Most High Mother and Father, they must also bow down to you. If you say, stand down, get out of my space, they better move fast. If you say you're not welcome into my space, they better not step foot into your space to even try to disrupt your peace or your energy. But this comes when you take that spiritual path and you're like, okay, I'm a warrior. I know I'm a spiritual warrior. I know I have spiritual ranking because I'm a child of the Most High Mother and Father. And so in your knowing, you're handling business. Glamour magic. Perform, learn to do mirror spell to reflect on what you want so that the scales tip in your favor. So it's talking about, mirror magic, things like that. I mean, if you feel guided to do something like that, I work from a totally different angle. I keep things very simple. It's very simplistic when it comes to the rituals that I do. My connection to the Most High Mother and Father is strong enough to where I don't have to do a lot of this Google textbook type stuff. But to each his own, you know. But let me see. I'm going to pull from a different deck, see what's coming out here. It'll be a short process with the current energy. So it looks like something is being expedited. The energy is gaining momentum for you all. It's going to be a short process. Something is not going to take very long for you to complete. Let's clarify and see what is this all about. It'll be a short process with the current energy. So that means you're definitely making progress here. You're taking leaps and bounds towards something and you're almost there. So if you maintain the same energy and keep raising your vibrations, the process is going to be very short before you get to your victory. So this says you need a physical detox. You need a physical detox. Okay, so it could be a cleansing that you're needing to do. Clearing out your physical energy, setting your intentions, but it's also clearing out your spiritual energy. And that's actually helping to expedite the process of forward movement as well. It says, speak your affirmations upon awakening and before going to sleep. So what are your affirmations? You know, for me personally, I feel like affirmations is in alignment with prayer. When I wake up in the mornings, I start giving thanks right away. I say thank you for the breath of life first. Then I start saying thank you for a beautiful day. Thank you for a productive day. Thank you for an abundant day. Thank you for using me as a vessel today. You know, those are affirmations, you know, positive affirmations when you wake up and when you go to sleep. Or you can listen to affirmations while you're asleep or when you're waking up, or, you know, however you choose to do it. It's just about setting the tone for your day. So this is going to help to expedite the process. You also have, you need to forgive her. It could be him or her. Someone you might need to forgive. That's going to help you in your forward movement. See, it says cleanse your physical environment. So for some of you, you're being called to cleanse your internal and your external. So if there's a lot of stuff around you, or if there's, you know, certain things that you have that you just don't need, purging and cleansing is going to also create the right atmosphere to keep your vibrations high too. If you have too much clutter around you, then that is a space where low vibrational entities do like to harbor. Okay? So let's see. You are stagnating your growth because you won't let him or her go. So somebody needs to be let go. You might need to forgive someone and let them go because it's stagnating your growth, especially because we're looking at things are moving ahead. You know, in your current energy, things have the strong potential to pick up and to get you there, get you exactly where you desire to be without a whole lot more, you know, to overcome as far as obstacles is concerned. But if there's a person in your energy that either you're still clinging to because you haven't quite forgiven them, or someone that you're just kind of holding on to, like you're just having a hard time letting them go, you're being called to let them go so that you can have more progress with your growth. It says you're not going crazy. Get grounded. You need stability during this transformation. You're not going crazy. Get grounded. So if you feel like you're getting a lot of messages, spiritual downloads, things are hitting you left and right, you're seeing a lot of synchronicities, people don't look the same anymore, you know, you're interpreting things differently, and you're just like, whoo, overload. It's like an information overload. You're not going crazy. You're going through a massive transformation. And when you're going through a death and a rebirth, naturally, you're dying to everything that was fed to you. The whole matrix comes crashing down right before your eyes. Even who you thought you were gets torn down and, you know, pretty much put to rest. And so watching that unfold can be pretty chaotic and disruptive if you're not grounded. So that's why it's saying get grounded during this time of transformation, because that's going to help you a lot. And take another card from this deck. It says you will greatly benefit from breathing exercises. You will greatly benefit from breathing exercises. So we're looking at detox of your internal vessel as well as your external environment, cleansing, detox, breathing exercises, letting go of a person, a male or female, and forgiving someone. Could be the same person, but letting them go in order to pursue something, in order to enhance your growth. So that's what I'm seeing there. I'm going to pull from my IC Tarot deck. If you like this deck and the images resonates with you, reach out. See if there's anything else that you need to know before we close out here. So the Empress is here, okay? The Empress is here. I feel like many of you are doing what's necessary to get into your power. You're focused on self-love. You're focused on nurturing your creative ideas here. You're speaking your truths, okay? The Empress is very poised, very balanced. It's like this energy of being on your throne. You know who you are. You know who you are. Six of Cups in a reverse. I feel like you've outgrown certain things here, certain people, certain situations. Four of Cups. It might have left some people feeling like they missed out on an opportunity, but let me see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of Cups energy is what I'm picking up between these two. For some of you, you had to leave a mother figure behind as well because you feel like there's certain things that is just not changing about the relationship dynamic. Something about it is a little bit unhealthy or toxic. And so that could be the case. For others of you, you're just having to make head over heart decisions. And in spite of how certain things make others feel, you have to release because it could be too much to carry. Certain things just might be overwhelming, too much to bear. Yeah, there's the Queen of Swords. That's you gaining the truth. I told you, look at that. 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Some things are just too heavy and too much to bear. So you're having to use the sword of truth to make cuts where necessary. And for some people, it might trigger abandonment issues. It might trigger certain things that they have dealt with concerning their relationship with their mother, you know, but it's forcing them to heal. But I definitely see you're having to, yeah, Two of Cups in a reverse. If the relationship is not in alignment, you're releasing it. Whether it's friendships, business partnerships, romantic, it doesn't matter. You're seated on your throne. Look, the Lovers is in the reverse. See, some of y'all are discovering that somebody just wasn't right for you and that it was too heavy and burdensome to carry. With the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, you might have had to reject their offer here. The Tower is here, which could be an unexpected change of events, an unexpected turn of events, but it's also divine intervention where the Most High comes in and shakes things up because it wasn't solid, it wasn't stable. You know, with the Tower, it's usually not very many windows, which strongly indicates that something could have been hidden and it could have been brought to light here. Okay, so the Tower brings disruptive energy, Seven of Pentacles in a reverse because something wasn't growing. It was coming to a stalemate here. Nine of Wands in a reverse. You're no longer in victimhood mentality, holding on to situations that no longer serve you. I feel like you made a very clear decision. So some people, again, are very disappointed, going through it in their head, feeling like, you know, they missed out on an opportunity with you because you've healed now. You're in a star card energy. You know who you are. You're you are flourishing. You are thriving. You are confident and courageous and bold. You're the rebel and you are okay with standing alone if necessary, okay? So yeah, Five of Cups. We got a lot of emotional energy that's surrounding this reading right now. People are going through it. They're wanting to fight. They're wanting to cause problems here because they don't understand why you're no longer wanting to work with them. You're no longer wanting to build with them. Three of Pentacles in a reverse. You no longer want to have them on your team. See, the Devil is in a reverse, and this is good. When the Devil is in a reverse, that means that a chain that was holding you down and keeping you anchored to something that was very unhealthy has now been broken. So you are not under the control of low vibrational energy, lust, your carnal nature, or even others who wanted to control you. So that's why they're emotional, because now you're choosing yourself. Ace of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment. Here's the World. See, because you're on top of the world now, you're closing chapters. You know who you are. And so continue to move forward. Many of you are healers, you're teachers, you are the rebel. You're being called to release people. You're being called to be that catalyst of change for people. And sometimes releasing folks is actually the catalyst of change that they needed in order to face themselves. And so I strongly feel like you're being called to definitely focus on your purpose, focus on gaining that divine wisdom and growing. And that's my message for you all. I hope it resonates with you. If you find that it resonates, like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let us know how it resonates with your circumstance, and I'll talk to you all next time.